Good afternoon, everyone. My name is the Marquand Dimpy, and this is the Get Real podcast.
And I'm Malaysia.
Alicia, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How was your weekend this weekend?
It was cool. It was smooth. I got to party, but my car got hit this weekend.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but my car isn't.
Jesus, how was the parties though? Did you have a good time?
Yes, I had. It's always like a vibe, you know, like when you're with your friends, when you're with your cousins and stuff. It's always a vibe.
I know that's right. Well, Alicia, we are entering our last week of classes as juniors. You're a junior, right?
Yes.
How's it going? How is your last week going?
It's going. You always like in college, you're always going to have like those bumps in the roads. You're always going to have like those setbacks. So like right now, I would say I'm just in trying to finish strong. I've had those setbacks. I've had those bumps in the roads, and it's hard, but I'm sticking together.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Most definitely. I think one of the hardest parts for me is it's our junior year.
Right.
Well, technically, I have 2 more years left, but like people who are actual juniors, they only have 1 more year left.
Right.
That's insane to me, if you ask me.
Yes.
So let me ask you something. So let's say you go back to your freshman year. You're talking to your freshman self.
Yes.
What is some pieces of advice that you would give to your freshman self or any other freshman that's coming to UT or just college in general?
I would give life advice and also academic advice too. My advice would be put yourself first. Don't be so in the world, because you know how they say college is about partying. It's about have fun and stuff like that. Sometimes when you have too much fun, you don't realize that it can turn into a habit, and a habit, something that feels good, or it's like, oh, I'm having fun, it's good, it can really turn into something bad, and then you'll get so deep you'll get behind on the real stuff. And I would also say business before pleasure. 100%.
Man, one thing I can say about that, well, this is one of my pieces of advice. That business before pleasure is one thing I did learn my freshman year.
Yes.
When I tell you I was outside my freshman year, oh
me
my
too.
God, the whole spring semester I was outside. Like there was no reason why I should have been going to all these parties and stuff, and my class homework was not done.
For sure.
I remember my GPA that fall semester, that spring semester of my freshman year was terrible. It was terrible. It was the worst GPA I've ever had in my entire high school and college career.
It'd be like that.
And that was just all because I mixed that business with pleasure. It was a terrible case. It was a terrible case.
Yes.
What would you tell them about getting involved, social life wise, other than academics? How would you tell people what to do from that case in college?
As far as with school, I would say to get more involved. Whether that's sororities or just college in general, going to the basketball games. That's something that I didn't really, I went to a few games, but I wish I would have got more involved with school, going to different events and actually being a college student and not just going here. I feel that's really important, especially your whole experience.
Almost definitely. I think I'm total opposite. I think I was too involved while I was here. I have an unofficial title. I am Mr. Toledo. I do a lot. I am Mr. Toledo. I just joined a fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Shout out to the 06.
Okay.
But I just joined a fraternity. But doing all that just came from just kind of getting involved. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like being involved has made or break my college experience. I feel like if I wasn't so involved in so many things and so many different orgs and different places, that I don't think I would have been just suitable, in
right.
college. I don't think I would be able to just want to keep coming back, because I love classes. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it's really the extracurriculars that I just that kind of just really that still keep me kind of grounded, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. And I feel those extra things on top of life things, I feel some people don't understand the amount of stress and everything that comes
And
with your personal life versus school. And it's like, okay, you have to be, you have to be a student. If you work, you have to be an employee. It's like you have all of these spaces where you have to be
oh, most
there. You
definitely.
can't tell your boss, oh, I got my heart broke yesterday, I can't come to work, or oh, I lost so and so, I can't come to work. You have to be there. It's something that, so I feel like, yeah, just like separating everything and just like staying grounded.
One thing I'm gonna miss about college though, the like lifestyle, like where we are right now in 2024, like the pop culture era that we are in right now. Like I'm going to miss that.
Yeah.
Actually, let's get into that. Let's get into all these beefs that's going on right now.
Right.
Who is it? You got J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar.
I didn't hear about that one.
You know that one? Oh yeah, they got a whole diss track by each other. That's
Really?
going on right now. Yeah, you got J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. You have Megan or not Megan. Glorilla and Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Glorilla, Nicki Minaj, and then there's one that just
Glorilla and JT.
Glorilla and JT.
I feel like JT is beefing with the whole entire industry.
Man, who are you telling? Like, I just feel like it's JT against the world at this point.
Yeah.
But okay, let me ask you. So, you see all these beefs, all these new songs coming out, all this new stuff. Like, how do you think that like kids our age is affected by this? Like, or not our age. Kids that are younger than us that are seeing this. Like we grew up on Beyonce, we grew up on Nicki Minaj, we grew up on all these different artists and stuff like that. How do you think kids are seeing these artists and all these different people doing these different, just not even vulgar things or coming at each other with beef? Like, how do you think that's going to affect them?
I feel like especially the kids that don't really like have examples at home, they kind of look to like TV and like celebrities to be that image for them. And I feel like, they're kind of setting a bad reputation just a little bit on how they respond.
Oh, most definitely.
But like celebrity beef is like a lot different than like how we handle beef.
Oh, for sure. A lot of it's
regular
calculated,
people,
yeah.
how we handle beef. So,
And like to even go along with that, like to go to your inspirational people, like we're influenced. Beyonce just came out with a new album. Cowboy Carter. If y'all haven't listened to it, please go listen to Cowboy Carter. That's 27 songs of greatness. But just kind of go into that album. It's been a really significant album because it kind of changed the status quo of like our actual culture that we have now. Honestly, like stepping into a country genre, but also giving that pop/R&B vibe into the album. I feel like when kids listen to that, or people, different other people listen to that, it's kind of giving them like a better influence than you see all these other people that's going on right now with those beef. You know what I mean?
right.
So it's definitely two sides of Hollywood for sure.
For sure.
For sure. And then even speaking about Hollywood, the whole Dan Schneider stuff that's going on. That's insane.
Ruined my childhood for sure.
Man, my mom did not let me watch Nickelodeon as a child for like a smooth 3 to 4 years.
Really?
Yeah, and I did not know why. It was like from the ages of like maybe 8 to like 12. I just was like, they was like, yeah, you're not allowed to watch Nickelodeon. And I was just like,
Wow.
why? But they used to watch some of the shows with me too. And they used to look and they used to be like, oh, this is what's going on in this show.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no, we're not going to. I've always been a Disney kid, okay? Shout out to
I was a
kids.
Disney kid too. I very rarely ever watched Nickelodeon, but when I did, I'm like, okay, but I didn't know all those behind the scene things were going on. Like, it was my dream as a kid to like always be on Disney or Nickelodeon.
I auditioned for Disney Channel.
Really?
Oh yeah, I auditioned for Disney Channel. Yeah, they had me go to the hotel, right? It was like one of them open calls. You put on the phone.
Yeah.
By the way, y'all, if you ever see a phone call and it comes, or not phone call, if you ever see an ad on the radio saying this is a Disney Channel commercial, do not believe them. It's not real, y'all. It's a scam. It's a scam. I pulled up to that hotel. There was like thousands of kids in that lobby, and I was just sitting there like, what's going on here? Like what is really going on here? And then they had me do an audition slide, and they said I had to pay $1,500 to go to an acting class so I can get ready for prep for auditions for Disney Channel. I almost fell for it too.
What?
I almost fell for it. Ooh, luckily my mom was there.
Man. Oh,
If I went with myself, ooh. But yeah, I always loved Disney Channel. Well, Alicia, I had a great time talking to you today. I had a great time talking to you today. And, you know, I cannot wait for our next podcast. We talk about our next topic. I know, that's right. Well, my name is The Marquand Denby. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at The Marquand Denby. Have a great and wonderful day. And this is the Real Talk Podcast.